Hello everyone, Manithral here, and welcome to the weekly update video for RS3. Now this week, we have a little bit of irritation news as well as some good news. So let's get into the good news first. The good news is, first up, it is a patch week, yes. But this week we see the rewards for Extinction get fixed. So that's the big thing for this week. Otherwise, RuneScape Kingdoms, the Shadow of Elvarg, is the next board game, well, the board game that is coming out. It is still at the point of where it's still being made, so nothing really too new to really report there, other than that we do have the visuals for the minis, which if you can see here behind this picture, you got the knight right here, and then you have the wizard, and then you, of course, you have Elvarg himself, the dragon. Otherwise, we have live streams this week, which is Tuesday, April 26th at 1700 game time, Q&A and intro with Mod Keeper, which is RuneScape's EP, so executive producer, to answer our questions. I will be here for this, and I will be watching this because I have a lot of unanswered questions that hopefully get answered tomorrow during that live stream. Community Showcase, we do have, of course, some nice showcase here of a mod drip by Yarbear, and very fearsome but very cool looking. And then we have a kind of a fun here one by Willowy, them riding on Azanadra's shoulders, if you will, painting him in Easter colors. And then we have one from Mage Nixie, portrait of Callista, and recorded the process. They have a recorded process on the Twitter, so that's actually pretty cool too. Do check that out. And then we have something here from Snowy Rune. So this is kind of like a little bit of a skit, so do check that out. Then we have a very creepy but awesome looking Araxi quote-unquote drop from Morgify. Very cool looking. Then we have the Pink Skirts events, which is a skill and chill. First up is the skill and chill by Mad Clicker and the Little Tuzzies clan, Monday, April 25th at 2300 game time, so it has passed. World 85 Birthwort Bank, FC is the Little Tuzzies. Then we have the Mazcab Learner Raids, so that's actually something big, especially if you're looking into learning how to do the raids. And this will be Saturday, April 30th at 1800 game time, World 71 Mazcab Raid Entrance. FC is Raid FC. And we have the Rex Matriarchs, hosted by Pippi Spot and the Boss Guild, Saturday, April 30th at 2000 game time, World 88. Location is the Rex Matriarch Lair, and FC is the Boss Guild. Now we head into the patch notes. Like I said, this is going to have some good stuff in here. As you can see, there's quite a bit here for the Extinction Quest updates and fixes. So we have a detailed breakdown of the selected changes. So I want to click on that as well, just because I want to see if there's more that's not mentioned. These patch notes contain spoilers for the Elder God Wars Extinction, so do be ready for that. But the XP for the Extinction post-quest skilling stations have been increased, and the amount of resources required in the conversion has been reduced. If you already have created your skilling stations, enter the Dream of Leia to receive the boost to your currently stored resources. Any new skilling stations will have increased starting resources on creation. The Pontifex Shadow Ring can now be imbued after finishing the Extinction quest, which increases the drop rates of unique items in the Elder God Wars dungeon by 2%. The Ring of Vigor, the Ring of Vigor can now be turned into a permanent passive effect. So, Necklace of Salamancy will now provide the following buffs: a 50% accuracy and damage buff while fighting dinosaur type enemy, a 3% drop rarity boost from dinosaurs and the Rex Matriarchs. The drop table for Extinction post-quest skilling stations has been made more lucrative. A bank chest and the addition of NPCs have been added to the environment. fix an issue where the player could get soft locked after dying during Phase 3 of the Sarum boss fight. Dialogue between the player and Azanadra on the glacier front will no longer be interrupted by the glaciites. NPCs have been removed from the Elder Halls as at the state where the player finishes the Erebus puzzle. Cannon fire sound effects are no longer present once the war in Sentiston has concluded. Coast is clear, folks. Players are no longer guaranteed to receive a construction strange rock when interacting with the stonemason after completing extinction. And capitalizations and typos updated. Now, I believe everything actually has been mentioned that is on this one, unless you want to get into more of the XP or changes, the ratios. It was 150 XP per 3 ticks, it's now 175. It was a 10 to 1 XP ratio, now it's 10 to 5. You can now store 350,000 XP at your skilling stations. If you already built your skilling station, you'll receive a 120k XP boost to the stored XP. A new building gives 135k XP instead of 15,000. This equates to 43k XP per day over selected skills if storage is kept up. So, grab all the manner of materials and items from the skilling stations within the dream, including dinosaur eggs, laboratory relics from the Dragonkin lab, the necklace of Salamancy. There's also more useful goodies it says here, but it doesn't say exactly what. But that's all that's really different there. Up next, we have the Ottoman Store. So there's going to be some content improvements. Added the legendary pets Water Lycon and Fire Lycon into the Ottoman Store for 50k Ottomans each, which is very good. I don't know if you guys see them. Well, you guys may have seen some of my videos before, especially when it comes to the hardcore Ironman. I strongly actually encourage getting a legendary pet, so this is actually a good way to do that. More so for early game, not so much for later game. Removed randomized sales from treasure hunter keys, medium prismatic lamps, and medium prismatic stars, but slightly lowered their prices. Doubled the daily purchase caps of the treasure hunter keys, medium prismatic lamps, medium prismatic stars, small protean packs, center cores, and pulse cores in the Ottoman Store. Consolidated various items in the Ottoman Store into packs. UI improvements or UX improvements. Added more details to the consumable items preview description in the Ottoman Store. Added a new banner for items that have just been added to the Ottoman Store. This will show for about 14 days. Added banners to every item with the daily purchase cap, which will display the number of purchases remaining for that day. The Ottoman Store will now use a preview screen for the Spotlight tab. The preview screen has been updated to show more visual previews of outfits, pets, and animations. Ottoman Store item cards now show prices separators at costs of 1k Ottomans or above. Increase the size of the item card icons in the Ottoman Store. Replace any low-resolution item card icons in the Ottoman Store with high-resolution ones. Stop the scroll position in the Ottoman Store from resetting when clicking on an item card. Standardize item names and descriptions as well as the purchase messages in the Ottoman Store. Updated the order of the item cards in the Ottoman Store, so filling columns is now prioritized over filling rows. Stopped item titles from spilling out of their text by tourniqueting the names and adding ... for those over a certain length. They added a plus button to the Ottoman Store account in the header of the marketplace, which opens the Treasure Hunter interface when clicked. Renamed the Rewards tab in the Ottoman Store to Consumables. And Treasure Hunter, and now you guys are starting to see why this is annoying. The multiple choice Treasure Hunter prize selection screen has been removed. Oddment prizes have been removed from the Treasure Hunter drop table. The number of portable items received from the portable packs has been reduced. Any unopened portable packs acquired before April 25th will not have been impacted. The convert confirm functionality was changed and will no longer ask for confirmation on white and yellow tier prizes, but will for higher tiers. Improved the auto redeem messaging to remove spam. Spring Cleaner is now available on the loot table again if the player does not own it already. Players can no longer gain lucky items such as super rare rewards from chests. Combat dummies no longer appear in the red or purple tier prizes. Spirit gems can now be noted, and Protean packs have been replaced with Protean specific items. So, the annoying thing I was actually going to mention was all the changes and improvements coming to not only the Ottomans but the Treasure Hunter Store, which is something that they actually just discussed in this week's patch notes. But I'm sure as a lot of you, and myself included, kind of getting a little bit tired of seeing prices go up and more MTX coming into place. Jaggets, if you make the content people want to play and the visuals people want to see, people will come. But you got to get to that point again, and you're not getting to that point. You're just repeating the same stuff over and over. So something's got to change. Right, guys? But anyway, that'll do it for this week's video. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, later, guys.